to your favorite tunes. We've got your back morning, night, and afternoon. Join our family, connect with your crew. Kings FM 88.5, just for you.
You are either involved or not. If not, you are used, abused, exploited. You are at the feet of the informed. If fully engaged, you are and the plane of the informed, the class called the intelligentsia. You wouldn't be tossed to and fro, neither will you live in the state of denial. So it is called information and it is vital. You can live without it. Absolutely not. It aids an integral part of our existence. It saturates the atmosphere. Good morning. Welcome to it. King's Local Daily on Kings 88.5 on this 14th day of August 2025. Just so you know, we are transmitting from Central Moravia, situated between Randa and Front Streets, adjacent the Liberia Water and Sewer Corporation. I'm Sam Andrews. These are the papers in the hands of your radio vendor, Kings 88.5. The New Republic, the news, the nation's news since 1989. The In Profile Daily, Oracle News Daily, reporting the truth to you. And the Inquirer newspaper. With which must we get started? Let's move on to the New Republic newspaper. Front page of the New Republic newspaper. This is what Senator Darius Dillon wants people to report. This is no blackmail. Even if the government is doing absolutely nothing, praise the government. Even if you saw government officials stabbing broad day, a person in the back with knife, report that the government is doing extremely good. That way they will give you enough of money. They will give you advertisement so that your paper is sustained. This is the lead story of the New Republic newspaper. Buakai's stewardship in 1.5 years. The good side. road maintenance, drug fight, corruption fight, sanitation. Did you get the lead story of the New Republic newspaper? Buaka's stewardship in 1.5 years. The good side, road maintenance, drug fight, corruption fight, sanitation. The paper is saying in 1.5 years, Buaka did extremely well, 100%. Great improvement in roads, significant fight against drugs. Corruption is to the lowest. Sanitation is by far good. Not a surprise, no disrespect, not a condemnation of the paper, but what Senator Dillon said it's exactly what you see. Just praise the government, even if the government is doing nothing, even if the government is dismissing people all over the place. Say the government is good, Buaka is doing well. Then they will call you and give you ads, give you $200-300 United States dollars, because that's how most of the newspapers survive. They use between 150 to 175 each print. That means every time they come in on the newsstand, you pay the printer's fee of 150 United States dollars. So imagine if you are coming out on the newsstand from Monday to Friday, calculate 150 United States dollars. Sometimes it's 175, depending on the situation. Sometimes it's 200. So assume it is 200. Every time you appear, the printer's price is 200, meaning you pay 200 to print. And you're coming out on the newsstand from Monday to Friday. Calculate 200 times 5 days. How many dollars is that? Tell me, what kind of newspaper would not want to sing praise the government so that they get ads and other things? That is exactly what Dillon meant when he said anybody who blackmailed the government, that officials of government would not give you money. The United States government made it clear in their report 2024 that radio stations and newspaper owners are subjected to financial torture, meaning you censor yourself or you don't report anything on the government. That way, the government will give you AdSense, the large source of revenue in terms of newspaper, radio station sustenance comes from the government. Other stories, quickly. Police order to evict CDC from headquarters. U.S. State Department releases damaging report on Liberia. Accuses government officials of killings, tortures. This is the lead story. You want to have a look. The back page. 67-year-old teacher, who is also the wife of Liberian bishop, charged for assaulting police officer in Sinka. One died, 3 others unconscious due to drug injection in Seoul clinic. But the women are marched now. And the march and said no to drugs. Then why the boys, the girls are still dying? They're still taking in and dying. They said no to drugs now. Over 70 drugs dealers arrested in Satan. The New Republic newspaper is out for 50, only 50 Liberian dollars. You want to get a copy? Please do from any one of the vendors so that you have the full understanding of the lead story. The good side. Buaka's 1.5 year. The good side. Significant strides in roads, corruption, drug, sanitation. From the New Republic newspaper to one of the doyen newspapers on the newsstand, credible, reliable. You want to do business with them. They withstood the test of time. Both. the news, the nation's news since 1989. The lead story: residents round up drug dealers, demolish ghettos. That's the lead story of the newspaper. Residents round up drug dealers, demolish ghettos. LNP charges violent church mother. She is Clady A. Paul, the wife of Bishop Paul, whose video went viral with that assault on the police officer. LNP said it was wrong. She's charged with three counts, was sent to court. At least she didn't have on anything called holy cloth. Probably if she had on her mantle, as it is called in Pentecostal theology, then maybe the police director would have come to apologize. So when you're going out, you wear your mantle, you wear your religious things. That is your identification. It exonerates you and it indicts any police officer. So this mother didn't have her mantle on. Had she would have gone free. Just like the lady, the Zinaba woman, gone free. So if she had killed the police officer by the IG apology, it wouldn't have meant anything. So they were only concerned about the religious cloth. So, madam, if you are released anywhere you're moving, just put on your mantle, as it is called in Pentecostal theology, yeah? Or your talit. The talit is that Jewish cloth that they put on. You put it on so that can protect you. Major blow for CDC. Chairman Cole on exit of Senator Joseph. The back page of the newspaper. River says court orders arrest of 2 journalists. River says court orders arrest of 2 journalists. We are time the journalists will practice unfettered. Nobody will arise, intimidate them. This regime, they are operating in a scare, intimidatory atmosphere. River says court orders arrest of 2 journalists, but it doesn't say journalists are immune from prosecution if they run contrary to the law. ABC Children Aid Liberia vindicated in U.S. 1 million theft case. 11 Liberian civil servants off to South Korea for master's degree urged to inspire change. University of Liberia suspends staff for alleged bank robbery. That was not a news that common in Liberia. VP Kun represents Liberia at Ghana State funeral. The news is out for 40, only 40, no more, no less, Liberian dollars. Get a copy, please. If you are unable, then your radio vendor, Kings 88.5, has brought the paper to you. J gone to J, Joseph gone to Joseph. Joseph gone to Joseph. Did you get that? Sir Joseph gone to Joseph Wakai. J to J. J joins J. Coincidence by name, eh? The Improvised Daily newspaper is next up on King's Local Daily, your radio vendor, with 15 minutes after 11 o'clock, the 14th day of August 2025. Front page. On multiple charges, Police sends bishop's wife to court. The defendant is a legal wife of a clergyman, Hilary Paul, Bishop of Open Bible Standard Church, located in Cinco, Oro. That's the lead story of the improvised daily. On multiple charges, police sends bishop wife to court. The defendant is a legal wife of a clergyman, Hilary Paul, Bishop of the Open Bible Standard Church, located in Cinco, Oro. Drugs killed 4 in Soul Clinic. The remains of the 4 guys are on the front page. One of the sub-lead stories front page. Drugs killed 4 in Soul Clinic. UL suspends Johnson for armed robbery. We are rights from Ivory Coast. Calm the storm. Inspire his partisans. That's what leader does. In the midst of confusion and misunderstanding, you move to inspire and give hope. Those are the 2 core characteristics of leader. When things seems not working as it ought to, what the leader does, when the people are confused, the leader comes in to inspire with hope and courage. That's why God said, be of good courage, wait, and be of good courage. I say wait. So we has told his people to wait. In the fullness of time, everything will come to a satisfactory close. And do you know that no crisis lasts forever? Certainly not. I have not seen that in the world before. No crisis lasts forever. That is why the writer of James said, count it all joy when they tell you to leave their property. Count it all joy when they tell you that you can afford. Count it all joy because in the fullness of time, your enemies, they will see your advancement, your progress. That's why God meant in Psalm 23, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, you are walking, you seditious, walking through the shadow of death, which means things aren't working as they will portray it for you. But in the fullness of time, God will prepare a table in the presence of your enemies. The back page of the Improvised Daily newspaper. Milan Granda Group to invest US $100 million. 11 civil servants off to South Korea. MME, that's mines, MME on sand mining activity in Louisiana. Senator Chie donates Liberian dollars 4.1 million to fishmongers. The Improvised Daily newspaper is out today for 40 Liberian dollars. You want to get a copy, please? Only 40. Not high, not low, the middle, reasonable, 40 Liberian dollars from any one of the vendors. If you can, because of your schedule or your distance, then your radio vendor, Kings, does it. We are at your door, your office, your business center, everywhere, free of charge. We bear all the cost and we bring the paper to you. Minutes after 11, August 14, 2025. Next up, Oracle News Daily, reporting the truth to you. Lead story. The Oracle News Daily reporting the truth to you. Live officials who contributed to Liberia's human rights failures. That's the lead story of the Oracle News Daily. Officials who contributed to Liberia's human rights failures. It carries the photographs of the Justice Minister, Oswald Tuer, the Press Secretary, Joseph Human Press Secretary Kula Fofana, the head of Moravia City Corporation, John Siafa, and others. They report that of on Liberia, especially the security situation. It painted a gloomy picture of the Liberia National Police, the Drug Enforcement Agency, very bad. The media. It said media owners, radio stations and newspapers forced to go into self-censorship, stop reporting the truth of the day so that they get advertisements and other things from the government. That's exactly what you see happening. So Dillon was right. That's why he meant praise the government. Even if you look at almost all the newspapers, very many of the newspapers did not reporting this because they feel if they report what the U.S. government released, one government official will call and say, "We know." I'm telling you because that's how it works in Liberia. I'm not from Tajikistan. We have seen it many times. You know, they say the official will call from your office and say, "Mr. Publisher, I have your paper before me." So you have the bravery to put what the U.S. government released in your paper as headline, and you expect us to give you art. And that publisher will start apologizing right there. That's why they do it. So you see most of the news will put it down. They would not. Let me give you a classic example. This is a classic example. You see that? And you see this one, and you see the lead. Okay, what do you see? The footnote. They place it here, bring it down. And look at the lead. They say that in 1.5 years, the good side. Bouakai in 1.5 years, the good side. They don't. That's what Dillon simply meant. You don't report anything, even if you see negative thing, you don't report it. You hide it. You hide it, you put it in a trash can. That way we give you money, we give you art, and you can sustain your papers and your radio station. That's what the US government admitted in their report too. Meaning the media sector in Liberia under Bouakai is intimidatory. It's intimidating. It's suppressive. There is not much of media freedom, unlike his predecessor. The back page of the Oracle News Daily. Sentence before trial. Sentence before trial. Sentence before trial. Accused individuals linked to Capitol fire remain behind bars for over 7 months despite bond approval. That's the back lead of the Oracle News Daily newspaper. The footnote story back. CDC is in the hearts, not the structure. Former Speaker of the House of Representatives, Councillor J. Fonati Kofa, moves to inspire his partisans. The Oracle News Daily is out for only 40, no more, no less, 40 Liberian dollars. You want to get a copy of the Oracle News Daily newspaper. The last but not the least, and then we are out on King's Local Daily for today, Thursday, the 14th day of August 2025. The Doyen Inquirer newspaper. Lead story. Liberia's human rights situation remains unchanged, but the paper is quoting the United States Department Human Rights 2024 report on Liberia. Liberia's human rights situation remains unchanged, but track drug importers for prosecution. Independent National Commission on Human Rights head, Councillor Dempster Brown, tells the government. Deputy DEA boss this week said the drugs in communities everywhere did not drop there by themselves. Government officials are involved in the importation, smuggling of drugs into the country. That is why when we saw those women and some men and other people say the marching, say no to drugs, we just laugh. This drug thing is a syndicate. Those women, they were just seeking, they created showmanship and got the political stunt they needed to get the president's attention. At least he called them to a meeting. They got a few dollars, so it's okay. What the 4 boys, they took in drugs, they died in the slow clinic community. The pastors, the following Sunday, almost all the pastors refused to preach anything on drugs, but the pastors were in the march saying no to drugs. They wore t-shirt on Sunday. They did not preach that sermon, say no to drugs. They went on to different things. Oh God. Let's read the next, then we get out, yeah? CBL takes Pap's campaign to bong the back page of the Inquirer. MDR secures District 5 seat in Nima by election. 42 students in power as ambassadors of accountability. The Doyen Inquirer newspaper, been on the newsstand for forever, survive the temptations, the financial odds, and every other thing. Credible, reliable. You want to do business with them and you wouldn't regret it. The Inquirer newspaper. So that's it. That's all the time we've got for King's Local Daily on King's 88.5, your radio vendor. The news is on at 1, King's Newsroom. You want to join us for that. And then at 3, Real Talk. We go for the issues. LIB. We delve into the second part of the United States government human rights report on Liberia. See the religious side of it and others. That will be at 3 on Real Talk. I'm Sam Andrews.